Let's go ahead and settle into a comfortable meditation posture. And then, using whichever method you find most effective, please allow both your physical body and your mind to start to settle and rest, to become quiet and still. When you're ready, please, when you're ready, please gently transition into meditation on the inner body. Be the silent observer of sensations, sensations that may start in your hands and your feet in the form of a tingling, perhaps a lightness, perhaps a heaviness, perhaps a pulsation. No analysis is necessary. There's nothing to figure out. All that is asked of you is to silently observe, like a mountain with consciousness. rest in stillness. There is no more compelling example of stillness than the mountain. If it's even possible, a more compelling example of stillness is the mountain resting during winter time in stillness. In the stillness of winter, the mountain simply observes silently. No praise, no blame, no hope, no fear, no speculation, no expectation. Perfect Zen awareness. Be like a mountain in wintertime as you silently observe sensations within your own body mountain. Please gently redirect your awareness. Become aware again of this entity we've decided to label physical body, and allow your breathing to become less shallow. Taking deeper and deeper breaths, become aware again of the garments of clothing resting on the surface of physical body. Become aware again of your surroundings inside the room that you're occupying. Become aware again of the world that exists outside of the room that you're occupying. Become aware again of nearby mountains, of nearby countries, of nearby continents, of nearby planets. We dedicate all of the merit, all of the positive energy from this morning's meditation to world peace. May all beings rest in a state of perfect, complete fearlessness. May all beings, without exception, be completely free from all forms of emotional and physical suffering. May all beings, without exception, be happy, peaceful, contented, and free. Completely fill up your belly and lungs with air, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring your meditation to an end. Guys, I need to step away for just one moment. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, you guys. I forgot that the students from Aldo Leopold are coming in this morning for a yoga class as part of their PE curriculum. Yeah, so I you can understand when I tell you I needed to put out the please talk softly sign, meditation in progress. So yeah. Um, does anyone have anything that you'd like to share, or any questions or objections you'd like to share about anything we've discussed, or anything in general before I share what's on my mind this morning? If so, please unmute yourself and share away. So at last week's Friday class, we were talking about happiness. You remember that we're sort of kind of revisiting some kind of meditation basics, some Dharma basics, this notion of happiness. It's what we all seek, and it's what's most important to all of us. So it makes sense for us to kind of revisit and do some refreshing on this important topic. And you'll remember that on Friday, we talked about baseline happiness. Like, what is your baseline? Is your baseline a state of happiness that kind of moves away from happiness and then comes back to baseline? Is your baseline unhappiness? And then there are events that cause you to move away from unhappiness into the realm of happiness and then come back to baseline? Is your baseline somewhere in between? And the question that we ended with, kind of the unanswered question that we ended with on Friday was, whatever your baseline is, what is it that causes you to move from that baseline into the realm of happiness or into the realm of unhappiness, wherever the baseline may be? And an answer, I should say, an answer that's put forth in the sutras is, what causes you to move from your baseline is feelings. Feelings are what cause us to move from our baseline. And I'm going to, just so I don't take up a lot of time with a lot of words talking about whatever our baseline is, I'm going to assume that our baseline is happiness. Sort of our resting place is happiness. And then we move away from that happiness into unhappiness and come back. It's feelings that cause us to move from a state of happiness to a state of unhappiness and then back. And at some level, for me, when I first heard this, it almost seemed too simple. It's feelings that causes me to move into a place of unhappiness. I don't know. It just, I guess, my conceptual thinking mind needs more substance than that. But to bring some validity to that notion, I'd like to share with you something that's put forth in the sutras. They're called aggregates. And aggregates are, you can almost use the word parts synonymously with the term aggregates. And what aggregates are parts that comprise, that parts that make up what we are as human beings. It's sort of like, what is it? What are the different parts that make a human being, or an animal in this case, for purposes of this discussion? There are 5 aggregates, 5 parts that make up a human being. Form is one. Form, like, body, this physical form. Form, consciousness. Okay, so there are 2 big ones. Those aren't really any surprise, body and mind. Form, consciousness, discrimination, also known as discernment, a mental factor, kind of a mental activity called discernment. That object is that is a chair, and that is a table. Discerning between things, the mental activity of discerning. Something that's called compositional factors, which we'll save for another time. So we've got form, consciousness, discernment, compositional factors, and feeling. Feeling is one of the fundamental parts of being a human being, and our experience, the experiences that we have of being a human being. And I would even submit to you, it's not explained explicitly in the sutras this way, but sort of over the years, I have come to maintain that feelings are how we experience phenomena. It's through feelings that we have direct experience, but I don't want to follow that thread too much. Anyways, I just share all of that to say that there is validity in the notion that it is feelings that cause us to move along the continuum of happiness or unhappiness. Pleasant feelings, unpleasant feelings, neutral feelings. These are what sort of influence, if you will, or direct our experience of happiness. Okay? Feelings. Now, something else as a means of refreshing that I'd like to remind you of is the answer to the question, where do feelings come from? This is a really important question, and I hope, if it's not committed to memory already, I hope it will be. Where do feelings come from? Remember my teacher's statement? It's like one of the most memorable statements that he makes, and he makes it over and over. The fully ripened effect of karma is feelings. So it's through our actions of body, speech, and mind that we create karma. And the fully ripened effect of that karma is feelings. So how cool is that? How simple is that? That to the extent that I want to experience more pleasant feelings, I can effect that through my actions of body, speech, and mind. And just one more notion of refreshing review is that remember that there is a sort of what I consider loosely, it's not explained this way in the sutras, but it's kind of Jeff paraphrasing, if you will. There's sort of an inner and outer karma that takes place. Remember, if I give a physical gift to someone, the laws of cause and effect, the laws of actions and effect say that I will receive a gift at some point in the future. Yeah, you get what you give. I give a gift, especially noteworthy with the holidays coming up. I give a gift. The laws of karma say it's absolutely certain that I will receive a physical gift in the future. Doesn't mean that my receiving a gift is going to result in pleasant feelings for me. What the power for me, the gift giver, is the intention behind my giving a gift. That intention creates a potential within my mental continuum. When the conditions are ripe, when the conditions are ripe, that potential will ripen in the form of a feeling. So there it is, happiness being influenced or even dictated, we might say, by feelings, which in turn are directed by the intentions behind our actions. It's just when every time I think about it and contemplate it, it always just really just blows me away at the interconnectedness of it and how the pieces all hang together, at least in my estimation, so seamlessly and so clearly. Anyways, 9:00. We're done for this morning. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you on Friday morning.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, you're most
Thanks,
welcome.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everybody. Goodbye, Grace.
Thank you for
Bye.
being here. Bye, Grace.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I appreciate the insight, Jeff. That was great.
You're so welcome, Mary Lee. Thank you for being here.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.